All right, everybody, what's up? How's everybody doing today? This is Rod on the road signing off. Hope everybody's doing well. Let me turn this radio off. Hope everybody's doing well out there and prospering and enjoying yourself and living life and having a good time. Well, this video, I hadn't did a video in a few weeks. I kind of been doing a lot of things. First of all, I want to send a shout out to all the people on the East Coast out there in the Carolinas and even the Southern Virginia area, you know, and now Eastern Tennessee for the hurricane. Hope y'all are well out there and stay safe. Y'all know what y'all can. Well, it's over now. This is actually there's still a lot of rescue efforts or something. I've been checking out the news going on, but I think it's pretty much settled in. They're just dealing with damages now. But with that being said, I've been doing some stuff, staying busy, trying to move up and acquire some things. Y'all know that. I want to spend a special shout out to all the people that the people that donated to the GoFundMe. It really helped me out a lot, and I have really capitalized on that, and it's still running. For those of y'all who want to help out and donate, that's just go to Ramon Reddick, and that's on GoFundMe. I have a link on my Facebook page. Send a friend request to Ramon Reddick on Facebook, and I'll gladly accept that, and the link will be on there as well, along with this video. Hopefully, I don't know when I'm gonna get to upload it. I'm kind of in the middle. I don't have a phone signal where I'm at. I put my roaming on. It seems to be helping out a little bit, and we'll get back to civilization and do that here ASAP. But it's buzzing around here. It's campground. I got a good radio signal, which helps me a lot. I don't watch a lot of TV. If I did, I wouldn't be able to get a signal anyway. But this radio picks up signals. It's one of those and for y'all who watch the channel, y'all know what I'm talking about. And I hope the sun, I'm trying to stay. I don't hope. Well, you know, the sun and the camera don't work right here. But it's a G-R-U-N-D-I-G. Gründing. I can't say it. It's German, I believe. But this little thing was a thrift store find. I paid like $3 or $4 for it, and it's worth its weight in gold. Has a crank on it. You can crank it. It has charged batteries. You can charge it as well as the AA. I think 4 AA batteries, and it works for a long time. It kind of stands out way up. It's the FR200. I think it's discontinued, but they still make radios. I might even upgrade here in a little while since I know about the brand now. But my camp is kind of messy. I've been doing a lot of work, you know, with the vehicle. Just not a lot of work, just routine maintenance. Just, you know, hadn't really seen many people out here, just fishermen. But I want to basically talk about generators. I hadn't really announced it, but the people that have helped out, and also I need some generator tips for those of y'all who are out there who know about generators. I must admit, I have used generators in the past out in the field, but the generators were huge. They were like trailable generators that you pull behind a truck on flatbeds, giant generators, and you really just monitor the systems. You really don't do that. I didn't do the actual maintenance on them. I just monitored some of the systems, which these generators had oil filters and basically like a automotive, on the scale of automotive level, you know, something that big. So, but this is a tiny generator, and it's a Ryobi, the 2,000 watt 1700, and it purrs like a kitten. But I've been on some forums about the oil, and on the oil, the best I have now is some people say don't run automotive oil. Some people say they run specially formulated oil for the generator. There's not a lot of information. The Honda's their information. They make a specialized oil. Now, the generator expert that I have been talking to said that it's temperature that I need to watch with these little ones. And he's told me specifically to use a 30 weighted oil, a decent brand, which is like a heavy duty farm equipment oil. I don't know exactly. I read a lot of, I couldn't find this oil. This oil is not very prominent in the regular stores. AutoZone didn't have it. Walmart, I went to like 3 Walmarts on my way here, and only 1 Walmart had it, and it was in a very remote, well, not remote, more like a farming area. It's close to that Walmart, and I think they carry it because of that reason. But they had the Super Tech SHE 30. I think I'm saying that right. And it's formalized for heavy duty use and all this kind of stuff. But Pennzoil, which I'm a Pennzoil guy, they also have that 30 SAE HD 30. It's not HD 30. They don't put all that on there, but it's the, I think I'm saying it right. I have a quart right here. Let me look at it. Yeah, this SAE 30. Now it says, you see that SAE 30? Now I'm hoping I'm giving out the right information. If any of y'all have a rebuttal or disagree, please feel free to add it into the comments. But 60 degrees and up on those small engines, I was told to use this. Several forums and an expert told me. I think they said the next I need to step down. He told me it really wasn't a year-round formula, but you could probably get away with it, you know, if you live in a moderate temperature zone, which with me, it can be extremely hot or extremely cold or moderate, you know. So I need to know the whole gamut. So from 60 degrees and up, and this is the generator video, from 60 degrees and up, they say run a 30 weighted oil HD like that. Or just, of course, Pennzoil don't say HD, but that's their version of that oil. From 40 degrees to 60, run a medium weighted oil, which was 10W30. Now, I looked at motorcycle oil. They have it in 10W30, 10W. It's formalized for 4-stroke engines. But I don't know if I could use just standard 10W30 Pennzoil during those moderate temperate zones. I also put a little Lucas oil stabilizer in there because I love Lucas, and a little Lucas gas treatment in there and stabilizer. So, you know, we're getting the generator. You don't just get the generator. You have to get the knowledge of the daggum generator. And that requires you to do more things, even spend more money. You have it in your mind, you're so happy to just get a generator. So I got a generator, so I'm cool. No, you gotta deal with gas. You gotta deal with oil. I think the RV is a person is Rosie or something like that. Rosie, I believe it is. But I'm gonna subscribe to the channel. They are in Arizona, but I watched that video and they were talking about breaking in the generator. I watched certain videos about because you got to break that engine in, even though the factory has already pre-started it and checked it because it was oil in the crankcase. There's markings on it coming from that background. I know when someone marks something, they checked for something. So I'm thinking it's checked that it was oil put in it. And I'm also thinking they started it because the spark plug was not brand spanking new. You can tell it had been fired on. So it was gapped correctly, and they did, I'm sure they did a pre-crank inspection. So you're technically not the first person starting that generator. You know, they might only let it run for a few seconds or 1 minute, I don't know. But I go ahead and what I did, and I trusted their, even though a lot of people distrusted them, but when the Rosie said that that there was a little bit of oil in the crank in the lower unit, I knew that was right because mine was the same way. So, you know, whoever was rebutting them didn't really know what they were talking about, or they didn't have a lot of information on those things come with a little oil in them. They're not bone dry, you know what I mean? At least most of them are, you know. And so I went ahead and took my Lucas, as Rosie said, poured it into the top because I wanted to get some long life out of it, you know. And that whole thing about the metal shavings is absolutely right. Oh, time up. Let's keep going. We got information to talk about. So I went ahead and poured my Lucas into the top of the piston in the spark plug hole. Might have put a little too much. I went ahead and gave it a few strokes. Now this thing, when you're doing that with this particular generator, it has an easy start. So it's kind of, you know, it's not just a piece of cake. It's got to kind of go a little, and you can feel that piston going up and down. Getting that piston wall oiled, you know, so it won't have a dry start, because it's been sitting up since the pre-crank inspection. So I'm sure all of that oil is not hanging up in the piston wall. So after doing that about 8 to 9, 10 times, I went ahead and filled it up with oil. With the oil I want to use. This oil they gave me was, I don't know, some kind of just no-name oil. It's 10-30 for the medium, and it's above 60 here. It's like 90, 80 to 90. So I added oil, pre-treated the gas, put the gas in. When I mean I put the stabilizer in it. I put a gallon of gas in it. First it wouldn't crank. I had it set on the wrong thing. Then I put it on cold start, of course. First pull, not even a strong pull, fired right up. And it smoked, but I knew that was the oil that was on top of that piston, or something was going on with that. I knew it was. It smoked for about 10 minutes. Then the smoke completely dissipated. Completely vanished. And it was purring like a kitten. So I ran that oil in there for about 45 minutes to an hour. And upon doing that, I, of course, like Rosie said, I drained the oil after an hour, added fresh oil in there, same routine, put it on with a little load, and it ran again for another hour. And I checked that oil first time in the sun. It was like glitter was in it. All that glitter was the metal shavings and the metal that when the production of the vehicle took place, they, you know, that stuff is in there still. So I got all that out. Then drained it again. There were sparkles in it. There was the metal flakes, the little tiny little, look like glitter when you hold it in the sun, along with some dark stuff, some dark, like, I don't know what that was, but it wasn't as much. It was like half of what was in there first time. Drain that out. Did it one more time. Then the second time I had a load on it, I had a set of lights. And check these out, man. Check these out. I found these lights alongside the highway. Let me show you these lights. I found these lights alongside the highway. Ain't that incredible? Halogen lights. I cleaned them up, got a tripod boom on them. You know, it's been moderately used. You know, no broken buttons, it's just perfect. I cleaned the lenses off with some vinegar. And man, these things are super bright. They got 2 settings on it. I think 2, I counted 2, might be 3. A low and a high, I believe it is, then off. And man, this is just great. I wasn't looking for no lights like this. I kind of made some my own. I'm not gonna show this video, but it's for doing videos at night. And of course, this thing's got a cord on. I run an extended cord and plug it to the inverter. I'm good, you know, or plug it to the generator. It doesn't matter. But these gonna help out a lot some way. No, I don't got room for them, but hey, I make it. I'm doing some downsizing today. That's all I'm working on. But of course, these lights, I'm definitely gonna use these lights. Free, man. I actually found 2 more lights. I found a big drop spotlight with about a 100-foot cord or something on it. It's a long cord. And I hadn't tested to see if it works yet, but I found another orange one, little El Cheapo. Where is it? Yeah, I'll show the El Cheapo. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one. I'll probably give this one away. You can see it. I'll probably give that one away. It's an old plastic one, but it actually works. I got enough lights now. I'm gonna get some stuff away. But just wanted to talk about that. And I also saw a fan. It's like one of them high velocity Home Depot fans that stand up on not a tripod, but on just a table deal. Man, I could use that fan, man. It was also on side of the road, but where the traffic was, I didn't know the area. I didn't want to make a U-turn, so I just kept going. But I know it was that fan. I looked at one the last time I was at Home Depot, and really don't got room for a fan, but having some type of fan that I could bring out when I'm sitting out at the campground table to keep the critters off, just to keep a cool breeze blowing, would be good. I thought about one of those blowers. They make those tabletop blowers. They'll take up a lot less room and put out a high volume of air. Only problem is I won't be able to stand it up on something. Because like I said, electricity has become almost a non-issue at this point. And this campground's primitive, you know, I love primitive. Not powered beside the big $100,000 rigs, which I also do. They're great people. I've met a lot of great people that way. But I'm more on the perimeter. People tend to shun and avoid the perimeter, and that right there helps me out, especially with the van. A big coach couldn't get up in here, just impossible. Only cars and vans can get in here. I don't even know if a Class C, yeah, you could squeeze a Class C in here, but you know, you might be pushing it. I don't know. My van fits in the total slot, no problem. But you know, I kind of just blend in. But anyway, the van definitely serves its purpose for me. See, a few more things. I just lotion my ears up, so if y'all see some lotion on them. These things I have to put lotion on them, keep them moisturized. But that's pretty much it for the updates and the generator talk and stuff like that. Oh, let me show it to you. How about that? Of course, I got to make some modifications with my. I got to make some mods with my. Got to make some mods with the cord system and the way I got it set up and all that kind of stuff. I let it sit on the ground, but I want to move it to the back of the rig. That was my initial plan for the generator box. And I'm gonna fire up that grill in a minute. I got a hankering for some. I got a whole chicken. I'm gonna split that puppy down in half, and I'm gonna season it up real good and let it cook slow on the grill, pick up a good smoke for a few hours. Well, I don't know how long, 12 whenever we get done. But and in the meantime, while I'm firing up the grill, this is my plans for today. I'm gonna fire up the grill. I'm gonna sit back. I got some cool adult beverages I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna write my journal a little bit. Hopefully I can squeeze some reading in. So yeah, that's what I plan on doing today. Because all is well. Appointment just downside it all the time. I gotta get a handle on that. I'm constantly doing that, man. I'm working on that. But to show the generator, there's the puppy right there. And again, I want to thank the people that helped with the GoFundMe immensely, because they definitely helped acquire this, what I was so hankering to get. Thank y'all so much. First Light Kit. It's not a Honda, but it's to me, this is my Honda. I know Honda sets the gold standard, but this got to be silver or bronze. Definitely recommend it. They make a really cool one with digital, with the Bluetooth and all that kind of stuff, but you know, the way I have problems with my phone, the Bluetooth wouldn't do me good to control it without a phone. So I opted for this one, which is probably the exact same thing minus the running watts. I think that one's 23. It's the same exact one.